안녕하세요. This is Martin, now recording live from my dorm room in South Korea. It's been about a week since I arrived, and not quite 7 days since I made my last video blog. So I guess the first pertinent question is, what's it been like in my first week in South Korea? It's been mostly just getting settled into the new routine, the new surroundings. In my dorm room here, you can kind of see it. We have a bunk bed there. The mattress is really pretty hard, so I'm using a blanket as extra padding. I'm getting used to how small the room is, how small the bathroom and the shower are. A lot of things here are smaller, like cans of soda even, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Been drinking mostly water because it's a lot cheaper. In terms of other things that I've experienced so far, I've gone shopping a couple of times, and from what I've found from that, there are some things in Korea that are a lot more expensive than they are in the US. So viewers be warned, there may be some things that you want to buy in the US and bring them over here that you wouldn't have thought of originally. Shampoo's a big one, because in the US you can get a decently sized bottle for maybe $3 or $4. Here in Korea it's about 10. Now that can depend on where you buy it. If you go somewhere like Home Plus, or if you are closer to Seoul, you can go to Lotte Mart, and they have deals sometimes that are called 1+1. It means buy one get one free. So even if you're paying $10 for the original bottle, you can still get it fairly discounted, because you're getting an extra one for the same price as the first one alone. Home Plus is closer to SoonChunHyang University. It's about maybe 4 subway stations away, maybe 20 minutes, and then you walk over and you can get pretty good deals considering how expensive things are elsewhere. Another thing you might want to know is that milk is also really expensive here. A little carton, like you pay maybe $1 something for at the most in the US, $4.75 here. So what else have I noticed about Korea? Getting around is really simple. You can take a taxi from SoonChunHyang University down to the subway station, or to a nearby city that also has a subway station. Subway being really the best way to get around in this area. There's buses, I haven't taken them yet, but the subway is really simple. You just get your T-money card and you charge it up with a minimum of 10,000 won, $10, and then you can go anywhere on the line until your money runs out. All the nearby stops, like Cheonan, Yongdong, not Yongdong, but Baebang, Onyang, all of which have cultural sites nearby, are within about 20 minutes ride. You just have to be a little bit patient, because the trains don't leave here very often, and when you do get on them, sometimes it can take up to 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before it'll start actually going on its way to its destination. But if you're willing to be patient, it's a great way to get around here. I've been able to see Cheonan, a couple of other stops, including the one with Home Plus nearby, and I also went to Seoul yesterday. You can read about that in my text blog. So what else have I been up to? Really, there's no Korean living in my room right now, as you can tell by the top bunk bed there, which doesn't have any bedding or anything on it. The Korean students are moving in this weekend, probably mostly today and tomorrow, at least for our suite. We do have 3 or 4 that I've seen that have moved their things in, only one of whom has actually been staying here since yesterday. They're all really polite. I think it's going to be just fine, and a really interesting experience to interact with them on a daily basis. I've been spending a lot of time with the Japanese foreign students here, because I took Japanese in high school and middle school. It's been a way to kind of review what I know about Japanese, as well as practicing my Korean and trying to get us around. They're going to be leaving at the end of September, so we went to Seoul yesterday. Again, you can read about that in my blog. Mostly, other than that, spending time with the other international students. We've found that eating out here is not that expensive. You can get a decent meal, a really big meal, in fact, for about $3 to $5, which is a lot more than you'd get for anything at a fast food place in the U.S. First week really just been kind of ups and downs, been a little bit homesick, but on the other hand I get to go do stuff like go to Seoul. Classes are starting tomorrow, so that will be something to write about in my blog and talk about the next time I upload a video. Other than that, things are going okay. I mean, eating less because you get less food for your money if you buy it at the store sometimes. Bread's not that expensive, but when you're on a budget, understandably you're going to eat less, but not that big of a concern because you can get a good meal at a restaurant. So it just kind of balances out. One other thing worth noting is that it seems like a lot of Korean men, around here at least, smoke. I even saw a 12-year-old boy smoking over in Cheonan. One of our group kind of chided him for smoking at that age, but he said, in his own words, 좋아요, he likes it. So it's an interesting cultural thing to note. Apparently women also smoke, but not in public because it's not as acceptable for them. So this is something to ask Koreans about, is the prevalence of smoking. There's even a vending machine on campus for cigarettes. Not something you would see in the US. So that's something I'll look into later. I'll write about it in my blog if I find out about it soon enough. Maybe talk about it in a video blog later. I will be a little bit more busy this week, but we'll still try and get all my updates in. I thank you for watching. As always, you can interact with me by following my text blog. The link is in the description of the video. You can also email me at hangukmartin@yahoo.com. That address will also be in the description. So until next time, 안녕히 가세요. Thank you for watching.